Thank you, Coach. From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Okay, Coach. Well, in just a few short months, this place will be the epicenter of the sporting world when it hosts Super Bowl 54. It's Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, Florida. The excitement brewing here in South Florida as a moment ago the Dolphins starters were introduced to this home crowd. They're fired up as well as they get set to match up with the New York Jets. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9?
Check, Mike 57, Mike 57. I smell fear in that offense. I smell fear in that offense.
Fitzpatrick now to throw on first down. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Antonio Brown, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
Here we go. Right there, gun. We won. Come to my world. 52's the mic, boy. 52.
Now a first down throw for Newton. Caught here by Bell. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that'll make it 2nd down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down.
What's tight? Tight is right. What's tight? Tight is right. Great. 4 down.
A shotgun snap for Newton. This one into the hands of Hurd. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Ryan Quigley now to kick this one away. JoJo Natson back deep. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And this will pin him back deep. That's going to kick out of bounds right at about the 7-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
57. Mike, 57.
Stepping up, he'll try and run. And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it. But it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
Fitzpatrick. Got him in. It's Brown. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of first downs, and here a loss of yardage.
At the 35-yard line.
White 80! Squeeze, double. 57 to Mike. 57.
On 2nd and 11 now. Fitzpatrick. This taken in by Jakeem Grant. Stop shy of the 45. Showed off a nice little move on the play, though.
That's a gain of 8. Makes it 3rd and 3.
White 80! Mike 57. Push him back. Regular. Switch it. Come on, switch it.
3rd and short yardage, Fitzpatrick. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. From the shotgun, it's Fitzpatrick. This will be caught by Brown. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down.
That's another Dolphins first down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Check.
They run with David Montgomery, the 3rd-round pick from Iowa State. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Well, he can be a load to handle off the edge, and he can do it against the pass. Sure, he can do it against the run like he did there.
And you mentioned a load. How about having to adjust to his speed as well? Because not only does he bring some pop, he brings some dash as well. A nice play in that situation.
And down he goes. Fitzpatrick sacked. Quentin Williams coming right up the gut. Gets in there for a loss of 9. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And now they're looking for 19 yards here on third down following 2 negative plays. From the shotgun, it's Taylor. Taylor hit. He lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now. But the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, got the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
Now Bell stopped up behind the line as he's going to wind up losing a couple here. Now, they had stopped him for a loss on the run anyway, so they'll decline that.
It's almost a good psychological advantage, isn't it? You created a penalty, and you still couldn't gain yards against us. No way we need to take that one.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. They'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
Couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. Now Newton. Airing one out for Crowder, and that'll be incomplete. Now, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing.
Let's go. Do it.
At their own 20-yard line.
First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 1.
Set, ready. AC Gator. Tight on this side, boy. Tight on the left. Tight on the left. Move.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all. And now they're looking at 3rd down here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Avery Williamson there to make the stop.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On 2nd and 9, Fitzpatrick. He'll rifle this one deep, and this will be caught at the 30. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jakeem Grant, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Second and 6, just inside the 30.
Let him know, let him know. Let him know, let him know. Check safety, check safety.
And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down.
Let's get off the field, D. 20.
Newton now to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Rashad Jones. And they finally put it into this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37. He was looking for a Nunwa there. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals, and if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Hey, Wait 20! Mike 57. Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go.
Throwing on 2nd down. Fitzpatrick throwing the out route and complete. That's Brown.
Complete to Antonio Brown. That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 2.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. The first throw here for the backup Taylor. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Brown. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. Now Brett Maher for the field goal try. From the right hash, this from 45 yards away. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So a good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, partner.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was in high school.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
You can't block me.
The pitch to Bell. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13. Bell, of course, 3-time 1,000-yard rusher. Sat out 2018, but you look back to 2017, a tick under 1,300 yards and almost 700 more receiving. Now, after the run by Bell, here's another 1st and 10.
I'm scared.
Here's a throw out wide to Anderson. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Robbie Anderson. His 4th touchdown on the year. As they are now on the board here in the first half. Bryant's extra point up and good. And that'll cut the lead to 17-7. Yeah, after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Throwing Fitzpatrick. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball. Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Working out of the gun, Fitzpatrick. And that is incomplete. They had points on their first 2 possessions, a touchdown and a field goal, but this time, defense stands strong. Would you say that things maybe are trending now in the right direction for them? Better than drives 1 and 2. There's no doubt about it. Now maybe they can exhale a little bit, gather themselves, and really get back into this game. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is. At the 6-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minutes.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Rashad Jones. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
Oh, no, I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he takes it all the way up to the 47. That good for 22 and a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
First down.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for first and 10. And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On second down, it's Bell. And he will make his way back to where he started from, and that's all. As we will make our way to the 2-minute warning. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. Here's Newton. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. Earlier in the quarter when the defense was keying on the run, you said offensively they need to open things up, take some shots downfield. Didn't work there, but they did.
Yeah, I'm not going to change my tune now. I still think it's the right play because when you take those shots downfield, you open the eyes of the defense to what you could do to them, and that may open some things up for you offensively.
So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? But it definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
At the 8-yard line.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. I'm here all day.
And holding it may be the wrong decision as he's stopped in the backfield. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. He came out ready to play. That's 3 tackles for a loss, Charles. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And that's problematic for the guys trying to run offense because that means he's got a pretty good idea of what they're doing and is actually beating them to the point of attack and making those plays. Might have to think about some misdirection or something to try and get him away from the ball.
3rd and long for Ryan Fitzpatrick. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
At their own 19-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. From the gun, here's Newton. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Newton. It's caught by Herndon. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Defense wins championships, baby. Joker, 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 joker.
Cam fakes the give and keeps it into the hands of his receiver, Anderson. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Where's the set? 780. Gun, gun, gun. Check pass, check pass. 52's the Mike. Watch Mike, watch Mike.
Again, Newton. Airing one out for Crowder. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Jamison Crowder. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Jets are able to cut into this deficit. Bryant tacks on the extra point. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. Yeah, after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Let's go!
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Right there.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Now, we're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think about trying...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Good job, good job.
Taken down back at the 12-yard line.
So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
You're not ready. Great. Watch the shit. Watch the get it. Watch the shit. Watch the shit. Go.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down.
Pretty nice play here. They go read option, read the defensive end, and when he collapsed down inside, how about the quarterback pulling it, keeping it, and not only getting to the second level, but picking up some really nice yardage.
Very, very well read. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
No chance.
Out of the gun, Newton. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Christian Wilkins brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
Gun.
Now Newton. And he's going to go down again.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Operating from the gun, Newton. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
Here's Ryan Quigley now. He's been terrific so far. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Here's Natson. They'll call that a 61-yard punt. He got all of that one. And it'll be Dolphin football.
At their own 36-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now Taylor to throw. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Fitzpatrick now. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 15-yard line.
Well, they can put him in a number of different places. In line, H-back, put him in the slot. In this case, they put him out wide. Matchup nightmare. Who are you going to send out to cover him? And he picks up a first down with that catch.
Watch the pass.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain.
We got 4.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Fitzpatrick. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down.
That was a nice catch, but unable to stay in bounds. And remember, it wasn't a wide receiver who works on that all the time.
I was going to say, he likes to get the ball handed to him. Now, don't get me wrong, he's part of the passing game as well, but maybe a little out of his comfort zone there.
Yeah, he might want to have a few words to say to us about that later, but I am still going with you on that one. Wide receivers work on a little bit more.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, Fitzpatrick. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball when the pitcher gets a base...
It's caught inside the 25. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21.
58 yards. First down, Jets.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Now a first down carry by Bell. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play.
Ready? 52 right here. 52.
Again, it's Bell. And able to work his way down to the 16. It's a 7-yard pickup. They'll be looking now to 3rd and 6.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
20.
From the gun, Newton. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Taco Charlton in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So he splits the uprights and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
Here we go.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
toe
that.
bashed it.
Super toe.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Wait. 57 to Mike. 57.
Now Fitzpatrick. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
Now an open man. That's the tight end, Gesicki. It's complete. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. The catches like that, that's what the Dolphins envisioned when they took Gesicki high in the 2nd round a season ago. He did have 22 catches as a rookie, but did not find the end zone. Certainly feels more comfortable wearing number 88, his old college number, after sporting 86 as a rookie.
Let's go.
They run it with Balaj. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Go.
Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
From the 44, Fitzpatrick. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. The Dolphins on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 30.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here, down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Operating from the gun, Fitzpatrick. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Fitzpatrick. Going deep here for Parker. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. And down he goes. goes. Fitzpatrick sacked. Quinnen Williams picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
Charles, all things considered, I guess that's not a critical miss at this stage, is it?
No, but still everything helps when you're trying to finish off a ball game. And you're right, not critical in terms of the scoreboard and the team, but the guy with the golden foot, he knows he's only as good as his last kick.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Another try after the first down sack. Newton airing one out for Crowder. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The Jets on third down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 17.
Gun. Check 58. Watch the run. Shit.
A shotgun snap for Newton. Airing one out for Crowder. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete.
You got tight right there. 20. 8.
Here we go on 4. Newton. And he's got a noon one. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. On first down, Newton. And it's incomplete. It's a dangerous pass. That's what it was. And it brings up second down. I guess they're in a situation now, fourth quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted. And if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. Third and long, it's Newton. Found his target, it's Anderson. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 26.
And the Jets first down.
Newton now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Cam fakes the give and keeps it. Newton's got it, complete. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Single receiver. Gun.
Second and 9 at the Dolphins' 24.
And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Gun.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal? End the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. From the shotgun, it's Fitzpatrick. This will be caught by Brown. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Now Fitzpatrick. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow.
You need to give the ball away here in the 4th quarter while you're just holding a slim lead. But that punt, absolutely ideal. They pin them inside the 5-yard line. They give their defense a really nice opportunity.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. They'll start out on the ground with Bell. And he will double the space they have to work with as they take it from the 2 to the 4.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boy.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. They'll go again with Bell. And he can't find room to run. Bell's going to go down, and that is going to be a safety. What a gut punch. That should be the nail in the coffin with those 2 points making this a 2-score game now with time, Charles, clearly not on their side.
Yeah, they have to give the football away as well. Had a chance. Yeah, it was a small chance to get down the field, but guess what? This one's now just about over.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And he'll just get back to the line of scrimmage, if that. And with a flag on the field, and that one looks to be in the area where someone was held. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Now Balaj. And he loses the football a second time. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And hold everything here. This one is not over yet. They return it for the touchdown.
They continue to fight, don't they?
Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And the lead is down to 2. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This is taken at his 4. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Wow, a personal foul at this stage in the 4th. Hard to believe.
Really hard to believe. And now that glow of hope that you had begins to flicker out, doesn't it?
Yep. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. A quick throw here out to Brown. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Only a yard there on the keeper, but that's all he needed. First down. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Victory very likely now for the Dolphins as they take a knee here.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 45-yard line.
Victory very likely now for the Dolphins as they take a knee here.
A loss of a yard. It's now 3rd and 13.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this 3rd down. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did. But they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.
So for the Dolphins, the win here means it'll be a 7-1 first half of the season. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they drop back to 500 now at 4 up and 4 down. And they will be at home next week to take on the New York Giants. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.